Hey, WarfighterBravo Patriots, it's so good to see you again. Thank you for your support. This one we're going to be talking about the usurper and his speech and just the massive failure that it was. You're going to love this. Stand by.
All as a backdrop, President Biden last night warning American democracy is under assault by the forces of extremism led by his predecessor, Donald Trump.
Too much of what's happening in our country today is not normal. Donald Trump and the MAGA Republicans represent an extremism that threatens the very foundations of our republic.
The president said he was not talking about all Republicans, but while Biden regularly spoke about threats to democracy during the campaign, this speech marks a sharp new tone for him as president, referring to Democratic achievements while noting the fight over abortion rights.
MAGA forces are determined to take this country backwards to an America where there is no right to choose, no right to privacy, no right to contraception.
Didn't really know how else to respond, but Joe Biden really has crossed over into a very dangerous place. Tonight, he declared in a speech in Philadelphia that anyone who disagrees with him is a threat to the country.
My fellow patriots, what a video we're going to have today. What a show. Oh my gosh. So we all know the usurper got up there on, Tuesday evening or so, and flapped his lips and his gums. And as ice cream was still kind of flicking out of his teeth and his diaper was filling up as he was talking, mostly because he's full of it. And so, where to start? Okay, so, my fellow patriots, you know that I look into this stuff. You know that I love researching history and everything like that. So here's what I would like you to research. Do you want to know something that's going to blow your freaking mind? Go look at Jimmy Carter's speech and then line it up next to President Biden's speech and see exactly how close they are. Let me take a look back at Carter. Horrendous approval ratings, massive inflation issues, just like today. Soviets went into Afghanistan, just like we have a proxy conflict today. At that time, the left bragged about how it was against conflict and how it never goes into wars and battles and everything like that, and that's only the right. Well, unfortunately, that's wrong. Does anyone remember the Reaper drones with Barack? The guy that won the Peace Prize, right? He was the terror of North Africa and the entire Middle East. Okay, I don't know if you know that, but you need to research it. And then under Biden, remember after the Afghan withdrawal, how many innocent people did he kill in the counterstrike and then try to hurry up and bury it? How many Marines did we lose? Right? Did he talk about that? Did he talk about those issues? Did he talk about the alarming inflation? When he was mentioning his 81 million voters, did he mention 2,000 mules? Did he mention the fact that a massive amount of America has witnessed that and knows the truth? The fact that Mike Lindell had the cyber symposium, which was, in my opinion, you might not like Mike Lindell. You might think that he's a little too far to the right. But in all actuality, he had some amazing evidence and he was shut down prematurely. Obviously, that entails, that he was on the right track. And so what I'm stating is the left loves to use cookie cutter blueprints. They're so easy to spot. I'm actually sad that I didn't spot the Jimmy Carter thing until after I had seen the speech. I'm going to be honest with you. I've waited on this video. I don't like giving airtime to this because Facebook and YouTube will immediately reduced distribution. Trying to get people to share anything these days is freaking pulling toenails and fingernails out. So under restrictions, I know that this one is going to get, hammered. I'm probably going to get thrown back on, but I can't be afraid to talk about the real subjects. Think about this. How many guys do you see putting their face out there almost every single day? And that isn't stuck behind a teleprompter and notes that staff hand me. How many of these people, these talking heads, have a teleprompter in front of them that some staff that was paid did all the work for them? I do my own research. I put in my own time, and I do this for free. That's how much proof you have that you can trust me and that I am one of the ways forward. I'm not the only way. I'm not the only one that has this level of honor and commitment to the patriots of this country, but I am one of the ones that keeps their oath close to heart. And I promise you I would sacrifice my life for you in a heartbeat. Look at what I'm doing right now. So we get back to, Biden's speech and whatnot. And honestly, the major takeaway from that was the fact that since there was nothing to talk about except for anger towards Republicans and a show of just spitefulness and sad toddler infighting, I'm so sick of the infighting that gets nothing done, which continually proves that there's no left and right wing. It's the same bird, people. It's the same people getting rich. They're only fighting over who gets rights to certain things, and their constituents give them more money for winning, and it's all a joke. There are two parties, okay? There are the rich and the poor, okay? And then there's Zach coming to help, all right? Some of y'all will get that. And so, what an embarrassment. What an actual embarrassment. Let me pause just for a second. What an actual embarrassment we live in, where the usurper gets up there and blames pretty much anyone that disagrees with him for looking into his errors, for looking into the corruption, for looking into us being parted out. Did you notice that? If you watched it, and don't worry, I don't really care for you to watch it. I'm sorry that I even had to show you some clips from it. I don't like giving the usurper traitor airtime. I really don't. And, like I mentioned, it's hardly beneficial for any of us. We already know that we're waiting on the boog. We're waiting on things to kick off, or, we have midterms coming up where it's going to get extremely violent, where the far leftists are going to react, and we're going to have to react back. That's the reality of it. That is the truth of it. So while these two are fighting and not really doing anything for the people, I mean, honestly, what have we gotten except for run over? Like the same time, for all of you that were alive under Carter, speak up. Speak up. You remember what it was like. Tell me if it doesn't feel the same right now. I'll never forget growing up with the stories of Carter. Oh my gosh, what a devastation. And then, of course, I'm not taking the backs of Bush, which is now Michelle Obama's best friend. I'm definitely not for Cheney. Old bird hunting Cheney. I mean, I would be a little nervous about that guy because he was well known for bringing over a birdshot shotgun shell and sitting it on your desk and saying, hey, we're going hunting this weekend. And you pretty much knew what that meant, right? But anyway, the whole concept that we are in a better place is a complete lie. We can look at the foreign affairs and we can instantly tell who is owned by China. And I mean, it shows strictly by the fact that China has a wide open gate right now. What have we done to do anything to them? What have we done besides bow? Oh, did we pretend to send Pelosi, a China crony, over to Taiwan? Really? Pelosi wanted to retire. China said no. And then she mentioned 2 weeks later that she was staying on. Look at Feinstein. They had a Chinese spy for a driver for how long? The woman's like 90, what? 91, 92? Okay? They will not let her quit. That's the problem when you sign a deal with the devil. It never works out. Look at how many of the rich end up being drug addicts and strung out, going to rehab constantly. And you know, supposedly living a happy life that most of it they don't remember, and some of them end up suicide, some of them end up dead. You know, and it's the same concept for politics. You sold your soul, and they're going to work you into the ground. And at least you know Pelosi still has somewhat of a soul, because she has to drown her sorrows and bury her sorrows in pills. That's what happens when you do that, because you realize where you're going after this. You know? And so the problem is these corrupt, once they've gotten started, it's too late now. And guess what happens when you don't have term limits? What's going to happen if they get busted? They're going to do like every major lawyer does. Throw them in a wheelchair, put them on a respirator, bring hospice to the trial. And they're going to say that they're not fit to stand trial. They're not fit to go to prison. They're going to be released to go home. And they're still going to have their money. Yeah, they'll pay a little bit of a fine. But, I mean, really, it just goes into another pocket. So, do you see now why I didn't want to bring this up? I don't like making y'all angry. The reality is, you know, we know what's happening. We know what's up. We know that he lies. We know that he legitimately divided the country again and tried to make us out to be fascist extremists. And I say us, that's anyone. That's anyone that disagrees with him, not MAGA Republicans. Anyone that disagrees with him is the enemy. Pure and simple. And I honestly haven't heard anything more ignorant in my life. Yeah, the right is against abortion. You're right, because y'all were marching into mid and late term abortion, and you cowards that are going to go get those abortions, you guys won't do the cutting yourself, right? It's real easy when you have another sociopath freaking cut you and kill what comes out, right? You want honorable people that have taken their oath. You want people that have taken the pledge to be okay with that. You're out of your mind. You're out of your mind. And then the idea that we're getting rid of contraceptives, anyone that, again, disagrees, middle or right, are you kidding me? Should we go to Walgreens right now, or CVS, or Walmart, or any gas station? And so now the middle and the right are irresponsible? Like, we're the ones knowing dang good and well if you don't use protection and you're out there being promiscuous that you're going to get... Well, I mean, I guess they don't understand biology anyway. But they're trying to give education classes to children. Interesting world we live in. So basically, just to end this out, the left wants us to be okay with killing 9-month-olds. They want us to be okay with stealing elections. They want us to be okay with our privacy being taken away. Everything the president mentioned is everything they're taking away. I don't know why he was speaking about his downfalls, because underneath Biden, we have had the worst social media impact on our freedom of speech. He protects his son. He makes the FBI bully Zuck, and I mean, in reality, Zuck is far left as it gets, so he's not. He's just pretending to be bullied. Get out of here, man. You're international. You have more money and power. Zuck, you're not fooling anybody, bro. You have all of these people by their cojones because you see what they're chatting in, you see the pictures that they're doing, and they're foolish enough to use Facebook. So, do you understand now why I don't have much passion for this video? Do you understand now why it's pretty much useless in my eyes? So, I'm glad that we're getting through this one. I'm interested to hear what you have to say. I'm sorry that, again, you know, it's just... It's everything we already know. And I feel like I'm doing you kind of a disservice on this one, but anyhow, let me know what you think. If you remember Carter, please speak up. If there's anything I left out, put it in the comments so that everyone, networking is key, knowledge is power. I'm not telling you to comment just for my own benefit. Your one comment's not going to make me famous. I'm sorry to tell you this. And I already have almost 20,000 followers, and I'm still doing this under restrictions. I'm talking to what, like 100 people right now, period? You're not going to make me famous under restrictions. It's okay to share. It's okay to like. And it's okay to support your boy. All right? My God, I do this for free. What millions am I going to make? Get over yourself. Anyway, thank y'all for watching. I really do appreciate it. If there's anything I can do for you, my inbox is always open. Please understand, if you're hitting me up with some weird requests and things that are off the wall or stuff that just looks suspicious, man, I'm not gonna get involved in it. I'm not gonna, you have to understand, I get approached about all sorts of things, and mostly it's just the federal government trying to catch me slipping up, which I don't do anything wrong, and I'm definitely not a criminal. Everything you see in my home is legal. I don't even remember. I don't remember if I've ever even gotten a speeding ticket. So yeah, there you go. All right, guys, thank you for watching, and as always, my amazing people, I love you. I really do. I know it's weird to hear a dude say that, but I love patriots. I love those that ride for the red, white, and blue. And I'm going to be right here with you, side by side, not in front of you, side by side. Thank you, guys, and I'll see you for the next one.
Referring to Democratic achievements while noting the fight over abortion rights.
MAGA forces are determined to take this country backwards to an America where there is no right to choose, no right to privacy, no right to contraception.
Protesters